profile picture has the black shirt.
Alright. I am back, but I'm outside.
Welcome back outside.
Here we go.
I'm excited. We're almost to the fish people's lands.
I wonder if I should make Bruce make thingies.
Make me who what?
Well, Beanie's not around, so I don't know. The tokens, whatnot.
Oh, I make tokens, sure.
What do you need a token for?
There's only-
Many are the talents of Bruce.
That's true.
Mighty is he in the use of his clever little apeling hands.
I really think there's only 2 I would be able to need anyways.
If you pop them over into the Discord, I'll snatch them up. Make them
Well, if they're in the
send them
monster,
out to you.
if they're in the monster manual,
Here in a minute, I'm just double checking.
if they're in the monster manual, I can just drag them over.
Oh, okay. Well, it would just be probably like the crocodile, the reef shark. Is all I can turn it. Oh, I can turn into a dolphin.
At 5th level?
But no, wait.
I think that's a 6th, right?
That's a 6th level. Yeah, that's a 2. I can turn into a reef shark. And a giant seahorse. And a crocodile.
Yeah, that's when you get swim speeds, right?
No! I can turn into a dolphin because it's CR18.
Yeah, but it has a swim speed.
Swim speed is 60 feet.
Yeah, so you can't, let's see here. Oh yeah, you do get, if it's CR less than,
CR1. 6, I get CR2.
yeah, so yeah, you could go dolphin if you wanted to.
Go a flying snake. Oh, that's weird. I thought I couldn't turn into flying things yet, but it has flying snake on CR18 under swim. So maybe this
Because
is-
it has a swimming speed probably too, or maybe make sure that if you're using the companions app, make sure that you chose the option to
Yeah,
show no swimming.
No fly. No, you want swim, no fly.
Right. But yeah, if it has flying speed, you can't do that until like
8th level, I think.
8th. Yeah, you can get swim speed at 4th and fly speed at 8th.
The important thing would be to know, is it Dolphia or is it Avalofin?
I'm back. What did I miss? What's an Avalofin?
Would it be Dolphia or would it be Avalofin if she was a dolphin?
Oh, I don't even know where.
It would be beloved dolphin.
See, there you go. Pull up the dolphin.
Love it all.
all right, is everybody back?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever that was. Yes.
All right, so you spend the majority of the day traveling. The roads appear to be, or the caverns appear to be basically empty. There doesn't appear to be any.
Shit, Ben, I'm sorry. A real quick question out of character. Is the stream up?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It is. Okay.
So if we want to spam that and get people watching, cool.
Yes, I'm about to go. As I was going to ask, if it's up, then I'm going to put it in Discords.
Yeah, it's up and we're good to go.
Okay.
That as we do.
Let me get this link.
Just don't send them Zelda.
Zelda. What is this?
Opposite of Link.
Hew.
I just like talking to the people in the room.
Shit. Where is it? It's in.
Right.
Shamsi.
That's the only reason I like it, because it's just like.
Where's the link? God damn it!
It's in the general chat.
Oh, that was John. Put that there. General chat. Okay. Yes. Good. Okay. Oops. Copy. Copy. So Discord. Chat. You guys can continue. I will paste this.
Hey, did you see we won the screenshot contest?
No.
Yeah. No shit.
One.
Guild name Prismatic. It's not even really that good of a screenshot. They call it. Oh. Man. $50 million silver, 60,000 guild XP.
This is cool. Yes, there we go. One. I should put it over here too. General.
All right, so yeah, you travel along the path. The caverns appear to be deserted. Every once in a while, you'll find a body that has been left to decompose that appears to have bite marks and like spear slits in its body. And before long, you start smelling a smell similar to what you've gotten used to around Shushar, but much stronger.
What is this smell? The stink of fish? Votar must admire
What is
it.
this fishy smell? The fishy smell I smell.
Votar must admire this, for it is certain to attract the lucky flies. Were it not a death trap, he would applaud it. But certainly the stink of fish is destined to draw these lucky flies into their doom when said fish submerges itself beneath the water, foolishly drowning those who would bring words of their good deeds to the Beast Lord's ears.
He said.
Okay.
Locke, do you light a torch that morning?
Sure, why not?
Cortan, do you want to use Lightbringer or do you want Dark Vision?
It doesn't matter. Locke's got some. I'm sure there's light in the town. But I really need it. I got these. Thank you.
All right. So as you round a corner, a bunch of amphibious creatures run around the corner and start throwing spears and attacking you. Roll initiative.
Oh, they're about to fuck up.
I just saw was that you, or who messaged me from the fucking Aldrich account?
I told you!
Is that what it is?
We are haunted by the spirit of Aldic, the animator of chickens!
That's so funny.
Mhm.
So he
He was,
claimed
he
to
was
be the
watching the
chicken
last
beetle
stream.
now, but I know this is false. For in life he did not even know these things, but he is haunting us. For as he was not haunting us, he would not know of the chicken beetles.
That is
Fantastic.
so fucking funny. Let's fuck these fish up.
Are these not the people of our fish guy?
How would I know?
Ooh, that's fucking cool
What
as
is
hell.
that?
What the
What is
fuck
that?
happened? What? Cortai the Shield is ensorcelled!
Is that whose turn it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
so
outpeaked.
cool.
That is
It's-
cool.
It is pretty actually. And it's good for the viewers.
Yeah, they know the guy that always messes is up now.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Why don't you shoot him with your crossbow?
I'm gonna hold action.
No!
Corton is gonna move 1 square. He's got a ready action.
Alright.
Okay, what are you readying?
These are the people of our fish guy.
Maybe we should make a statement.
Yes. Porto will make a statement on his turn.
I was actually being serious too for that action.
Okay, so what action are you holding?
Kind of like a defensive reaction, whatever. Just because I'm looking at it, he doesn't, the character, he doesn't think he's gonna make it, all the way over to make an attack. So he's just gonna step up, just kind of be in front of everybody and hold the pose.
Okay, so you're taking the dodge action then, or are you preparing to attack something?
No, I'll do a dodge actually then, because I don't think they'll come at us. So.
Alrighty. Avalia, you're up.
Alright.
The beloved is ensorcelled!
That's a pretty cool function, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
The epic move with the epic music. Glory.
Alright. So put her hand up in the air. Stop. We come in peace.
Very convincing,
That
dear.
was
Capital.
We
word.
come with no harm. Okay, shut up, guys.
Alright, so are you holding an action?
Well, I was trying to be persuasive in a way to get them to stop, but if not, I mean, I'm gonna be spiked.
I don't know if those beasts can understand.
It's perfect.
Yeah, as you say something, they don't react politely. They don't appear to be reacting at all, really.
Voltar has a plan!
Me too. It's called
Oh, Lord.
spike to death.
I'm about to make shish kebab. How much is that? I don't want to kill his people. Why does that do that? What's the fish guy thing?
Shushar.
Shushar! Talk to these people so I don't have to shish kebab them to death.
Voltar has a plan.
They will not listen.
Fuck 'em
So,
up.
the kill? Fine, spike her.
You're fucked now, boys.
World's smallest spiked growth.
It is not very effective.
Oj, get over the spike road.
Holy
that's a big
fuck.
push. What a big push.
That's what she said.
Oh, that's what he said.
She might have said
All right, ping where you want it centered there, Avalia. Right there.
Right there.
Best spell in the game.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll the damage for it, and we'll just use that as we go, because there's going to be a lot of it.
Yeah. What was it?
It's 2d4 piercing damage.
Nice.
6.
Alright, anything else on your turn? You want to move or bonus action, anything?
I'll saunter back a little bit out of the way. There we go.
Alright, Drummond, you're...
I'm gonna step right on up to Chunk. Oh shit. I'm going to use Bane.
Okay.
I'm going to use that one in the middle is particularly shitty. But we'll use it on this one. That one. That one.
Okay. Go ahead and cast the spell so I know what to roll. That was Bless.
Sorry, baby. Dang, I've never. It's opposite bless.
Charisma... Charisma saving throw.
DC 14.
Alright, so 2 make the save, 1 does not.
No. Alright, I'm gonna jump back over to here. Do I roll the d4 when he attacks? Is that how it works? Or?
Yeah, whenever they make an attack, I'll have you roll it.
Okay.
Alright, Vortar, you're up.
Vortar, being gifted with the magic circle of action, shall snatch up Stool, hold him aloft above his head, and charge forth in front of the fish people.
Vortar!
And he shall tell Stool, tell these fish creatures what I say. And then he shall say, Fishmen of Shuba-Duba, I am Vortar, sworn fist of the beloved of the Vishenka. And these are her handmen, Draman, jihadist, holy jihadist of Vishenka, and the shield Kortan, crankiest apeling in all Vishenka's kingdoms. And we bring with us our armor and a message that we return to you one of your own, the High Prophet Yushar, who brings dire tidings of the abyss that threatens your very existence upon these hellish, non-cave whore-having caverns. Stand down now, or woe unto thee! And then, as a bonus action, I shall rage and hold Stool threateningly above my head.
Red friend, don't throw me, red friend.
Vortar,
I hope they don't make it happen. I hope they don't make it necessary. I say aloud to Stool. Your sacrifice shall not go in vain, brave shit vegetable.
That sounds like a persuasion check to me.
That's an intimidation check. I told them they were gonna get fucked if it didn't happen.
Okay, yeah, intimidation.
Oh my god.
He's such a way with words.
Wait, I thought I clicked that. Ha ha!
Alrighty. Alright, I guess the way I'll play this is they'll make a wisdom save on each of their turns, and we'll see what happens.
Dane works on saving throws.
Yes, for all one of them.
Hey. I didn't know they had throws.
I have to work on my rage.
And in a strangely worded response, as if someone that is not used to speaking or conversing with somebody in common, Vortar, you hear through Stool's telepathic cloud, you hear the one in the middle say, the one, Jesus, you guys have, you really fucked me here, Vortar.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
Awesome.
As he
Keeping it fresh for DM since 1987.
Wow. Just fucking wow.
You guys are always
Just-
saying I should parlay more.
He parlayed.
He parlayed. Say, which are always expect the unexpected.
Well, plus the white growth sort of made inadvisable the standard orcish method.
Okay, so you hear, it's kind of weird. It's almost like double hearing, because you hear the Kuatoa speak it verbally, but through Stool's cloud, it's almost like a universal translator of sorts, but it doesn't quite understand the language, so it's kind of strange. So what you're able to make out is these fucking names. Blibdool poop. Pulp. Blibdool poop.
Our new friend.
The mother of the great sea requires sacrifice.
Will you best get to sacrificing one of your own, or sacrifice all of you?
Is that what this one says?
That is what that one says, yes.
Okay. Should I reply to these? Can I reply to them or no? Is it just like this?
Yeah, I guess we're kind of in paused combat rounds.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't want to peek at a turn.
They don't know what to think, so they stopped. They're like,
But
fuck?
question, even though he's talking and it's his turn, he has to think damage, right?
Okay, well, however that worked out. Vortar's gonna say, Blibdool Poopy will demand your sacrifice should you fail to bring these dire tidings to those who would know her will best. You are not the shaman of your village, and the shaman of your village shall greatly anticipate the sacrifice of those who failed to bring these tidings and words and wisdom that have been sent by Blibdool herself to her faithful. Choose wisely, fish people of Shubaduba, for presently Vortar and his mighty companions, the handmen of Vishenka's beloved, shall grow irritable with your tarrying.
Why was I included in this?
Drama's just laughing his ass off.
So the way I'm reading Spite Growth, and Bruce, you can speak up if I'm wrong. I think it's only when they move, so it doesn't do damage at cast. I think I've been doing that wrong. I think it's when they move. Every square they move through, they take damage.
Let's. If they move into or within the area, they take damage for every 5 feet. So standing still or having it cast on you does nothing.
Okay. Fair enough.
They just nerfed Spike Growth.
I mean, as long as it's still there, they're basically, you've just crowd controlled 8 things.
Yeah,
I don't think that's nerfed.
Then you Thunderwave.
Have that.
The problem is she has to be within range, yet she has to be next to them to Thunderwave.
Then spike growth carefully.
Alright, so, so,
Moonbeam.
so he,
Awesome.
he responds, Blibtool, fucking these names, man.
Blibtool Poopy.
Blibdool Pulp is second to none. She will determine what happens.
Then you best be about asking her.
Then you best be about asking her. When did he become a sassy black woman?
angry.
I don't think so.
That was the whitest black girl I've ever heard.
And what?
Like totally
Do
Z-Snap.
not throw the shiitake. Now, all Dick, the magnificent chicken animator, speaks from beyond the grave and admonishes not to throw the shit vegetable.
And he responds, "We have our mission, and we will carry it out."
Alright, they made their choice.
So be it, fish creature.
All right,
You
Locke,
shall
you're
answer for your tarrying to Shiftil Poopy on your own.
all right, Locke, you're up. What are you gonna do?
Man, after Vortar, I don't even know anymore.
Fair.
So they want to sacrifice, right?
Yes.
They need a sacrifice for Blibtil Poopy. Their goddess of the seas, one would think.
Give me a second, my dog's licking my face.
I think you put the peanut butter at the wrong place.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a head of some sort. Hey!
Hey.
Oh. That's
Options unclear.
Alright, so... How many of them are there?
5.
And we're technically supposed to make them like us, otherwise they probably won't help us.
One would think,
Yes.
yes.
That far.
All you know at this point is they are between where you are and where you want to go.
Works for me. I activate a spider charge so I can walk on the walls like the spider monkey I am. And I... 15... 40. Okay, I easily do that. Run up alongside the walls. And I smack this weird-ass fish thing in the face. Yeah, that one.
Yes, establish your dominance.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Miss.
Fuck me. And then I'm going to use Flurry of Blows, spending a key. Where's my other check? There we go.
Hit.
and then strength roll to see if he's not thrown back 15 feet.
Oh God!
He rolled a 15.
Fuck. Because mine is only, Wait, no, that's the wrong one.
Wait,
That one.
he has -4 for a saving throw.
Ooh, that's right, he does.
All right,
Bang.
roll it.
He's baned.
Keep rolling.
Ooh, 3, 12.
Okay, so roll the 2 damage on the unarmed strikes.
Bang.
And knock back 15 feet.
Yes, 15 feet away from me.
All right, so he takes 15 points of damage, or 10 points of damage from you, and then 18 from Avalia spiked growth as he stumbles back from your attack, and he dies.
I imagine just punting it like a dog.
Like a dog. Like the dog licking
Like
your
a
face. Penis.
Doggo. And then, how high are the ceilings?
They're probably about between 10 or 15 feet up.
I'm gonna use the remainder of my movement to walk on the ceiling in 1 block.
Okay. So you're now like on the ceiling.
Upside down.
Okay,
I'm upside
cool.
down, like a bat.
Ooh, upside down, rubber man. Vortar looks expectantly at the one who is now ensorcelled with the magic sphere of action.
What are you talking about?
You would see if your apeling eyes were not so feeble.
Sure, Vortar.
I offered him that. Darcy didn't want to take it. Being a grumpy old man.
Oh, that's a lot of turns. Oh shit.
Happened?
I don't know.
It's a
She's
turn
He's
order.
adding all the fish people.
Important things are happening. We don't know.
Well, he has to individually do them now, I guess, because of the spike growth.
Well, that and now that I added this little icon, it'd be kind of dumb not to.
That icon is really cool. Is that like a
It
premium
is.
thing?
It's an API script.
It is fantastic.
I approve.
Double approve.
Triple approve.
Whatever comes after triple approve.
Quadruple.
Quintuple.
Vortar is not strong with the counting. There is only single combat, cowardly 2-on-1, and many opportunities for glory.
There is only Orcish method.
Alrighty. So I think this one is going to be the test dummy for the rest, because I don't think they understand quite yet what the spiked growth is going to do. Alright, so he takes 12 points of damage.
He's spewing blood.
All right, if just let me know, guys, if all the extra flashies I've added starts bogging down your systems, and I'll
No,
make
this
some
is
changes.
fantastic.
No, it's fine. You're entertaining Twitch, so who cares?
This is good.
This is good.
This is fine.
And he is going to make a bite attack at Vortar.
Okay.
Save stool.
Miss.
Vortar laughs at this fish creature. Blibdipoopy abandons you because you act against her.
So, having seen his ally get torn apart by the spiked growth on the ground, The next one is going to stand where he is and throw a javelin with disadvantage at Vortar. And that's a miss.
Vortar laughs at you, fish people! Your foolishness only angers Blip de Poopy. As
That
well
one,
as Vortar.
the one in the back is going to
Could go badly for our shit bunch.
step out of the spiked growth, taking 6 points of damage, and ready an attack for somebody to come within range. That one's going to ready as well. That one is going to make a spear throw at Locke. Miss.
Oh!
It's only if it hits that you can catch and throw it back.
Oh, right. No fuck.
Well, here's another one coming at you if you want to try and catch this one.
Oh, thanks.
16, does that hit?
Roll wins, right? Because it's a tie.
Yeah.
Yep, it hits. I roll deflect missile.
Whilst upside down! Yes!
Alright, you caught it. What are you going to do with it?
Snap it over my knee and stare him down.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to waste the key on it.
The spiked growth thing is a real pain in my ass.
No, I'm sure it's a pain in
Feature
their
NPC's
asses.
counter spell.
Don't sit in it.
Yeah, this thing's going to hold action waiting for somebody to get closer. Cortan, you're up.
Hey, now since someone's in out of the growth, Corton's gonna run up right here and he's gonna hit this dude twice with Lightbringer, so he can finally pull it out and make it bright and shiny. He's gonna swing twice. Gross.
Yeah, first one's missed, second one hit.
No tricks. Who wants fish tonight, guys? Screw foliage.
Anything else for you?
Nope, that's it. No bonuses or anything like that.
Alright, well, you're up.
Beloved, the fish people do not appear to be capable of listening to reason. And I'm sure their god Blip de Poopy shall judge them harshly for it. He said it, I don't know.
There we go. My alt button's sticking. So. Alright.
They're not their soggy kind from thy wrath.
I'll go ahead and turn into a crag cat. And I'll hold action after that. Well, I'll move up a little bit.
Bruce is wild shape, break concentration.
No.
I thought we did this last week.
Yeah.
As long as I were.
Rage will, but wild shape as well.
Oh, Lord, it gets bigger.
Oh, jeez.
That's no, with the doctor
Nice.
shit.
I know, right? Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, actually.
So cool.
Alrighty, up next is Drop.
So, seeing how there was a bunch of these fishing cons in the area I did not at a second level to buff all the melee.
Okay.
Okay.
I wanted it as a second spell slot. Then again, I don't know how to do it with a second spell slot. I know it can be done, but I just don't know how to do it.
So if I come up with and do it, but I don't want to.
So I'm gonna do it as I'm still marking off my sheet manually.
Okay.
So yeah, the 4 of us have them.
Fair
And that's
enough.
all I want to do. Can I take stool from Vortar and
Damn it, Drahman, you didn't change your icon in Discord, so now you're Spider-Man.
Oh, I forgot. We work on Twitch, so I didn't bother.
Womp, womp.
Well, Spider-Man's pretty dope. Can I take stool from Vortar and like pat him to like go wander off this way?
Does Vortar allow him to be retrieved?
Yes, he does. Reluctantly.
Run stool, run or toddle stool, toddle.
Thank you, hair friend.
Vortar hopes you patted the clean spot.
Stop shitting on our shit mushroom.
It is his natural area. Plus, it marks our territory.
Alrighty. Anything else for Drahman?
No, sir, I'm good.
Vortar, you're up.
Okay. Well, there's no hope for it. Vortar's gonna go 1, 2 here, and then he's gonna jump onto that one and smash him with his fucking axe. But then we only have to like land in it instead of walk through it.
Alright. Yeah, unfortunately you can't land on the same spot, but you can definitely jump to next to it. You will take 6 points of damage from the landing.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to try and do like an athletics and...
Yes, I'll do that.
Yeah, so yeah, do an athletics and we'll see how well it goes.
Okay.
Surfboard him.
Do my athletics.
Plus, he's got the LeBron James. So
Yes. And I have advantage on athletics.
Good old rage.
And I have bless.
What you do? Well, Bless doesn't work on checks. It only works on saving throws.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Well, is this an attack? I don't know.
Well, I forgot you had LeBron boots, so yeah, I'll just let you do it. That's fine.
Okay.
I love how that name is stuck.
Fantastic! And I will smash this creature with my fucking cleaver.
To the east or west?
To the west. No, that's the east. The west.
Alright,
This one. Yes.
Beast.
I clicked too fast.
that'll hit.
Okay. Okay, and then I will do it again.
Yeah, roll damage.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
Well, he just shattered his very existence.
Yeah, he just explodes into a mist of fish scales and pink mist.
That orc crit thing is so
29 freaking no, it's 131 in one swing.
Then Vortar will stare menacingly at the creature and then says, "This is 3 for Blib de Poopy thus far we have sacrificed."
Alright, so he's going to move forward. And he's going to strike at you twice with unarmed strikes and bite once.
Did he take the 6 damage?
He did, yes.
What does that one look like?
It's bigger than the other ones.
Oh, it's a big one.
Well, if you really want to cheat, it is on the stream.
I don't want to cheat.
I don't want to cheat.
Also takes effort.
Cheating lessens glory.
Alright, so you take 3 points bludgeoning damage as he hits you with his unarmed strike. As it connects, a jolt of electricity surges through his fist and into your body. You take 5 lightning damage. And he misses with his other strike and bite. Alright, Locke, you're up.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna move over here. And
Alright, as you move forward, the 2 Kuto in the back throw their spears they've been waiting for you to get within range for.
Yay.
One of them rolls an 18. You take 5 points of piercing damage.
No, I don't.
We'll try to.
You too.
Alright, so you grab it. Are you throwing it back, or are you
Gonna
going to just drop
I'm
it?
not gonna use the key.
Okay. And then are you attacking from the ceiling, or are you dropping down?
Attacking from the ceiling.
Okay.
Spider monkey. I'm gonna attack the big one that's kind of in charge-ish type deal.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do the same floor I did before.
Alright, so that's going to be a miss, hit, hit, hit.
You do have enough less health at 9 or now?
You can
Well,
roll it.
technically.
Well, I'm trying to know what help.
Do you roll or do I?
Do it. Roll deep. Why do his, what are the, like, why do those, that 6 and
Nope.
show up in his other ones? No, that does not help.
Because those are each of his unarmed strikes. Because he rolls all of the attacks first.
Like the filthy casual I am.
And then strength to avoid getting knocked back, you said?
Nice.
He makes his save.
Does blessing work on that?
No, blessing does not increase your
right,
DC.
Right. For the attack to it. Yeah, never
You
mind.
would need Bane.
Right.
Oh, he has. Does he have Bane?
No, the one that was baned is dead.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll take my damage and run with it.
I kind of like my buff spells and shit.
Yeah, Paladin, no joke.
Sort of enjoy that.
Alright, anything else for Locke?
I don't think I really can do anything else, so no, I'll hold.
Come, fishmen of Shuba Duba! Come and die for Blip de Poopy!
Alrighty, so the Kuatoa to the north is going to... So that's so nice, because now you know exactly which one's attacking.
Nice.
It's going to throw a spear at Vortar, since he's attacking as well. It's a 21 to hit, just a whole 2 piercing damage,
Oh shit.
half to 1. Two more spears coming Locke's direction. He hits 7 piercing damage. You catch it.
No key expenditure, I just drop it.
Okay.
I laugh at your missiles.
Locke is a badass.
Yes.
Alright, the Kuatoa next to Vortar is going to attack him.
Okay.
It's 5 piercing damage.
That one's dead.
And this one... it's just, unfortunately, it's just an artifact of the API.
Gotcha.
It has to have a token out there to work for some reason.
Totally makes sense.
Lets you know when the entire round is over, though. That's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
And the last one is going to take one step forward and attack Locke. Taking the 6 points of damage from the spiked growth. And he hits, so that's 4 piercing damage.
Oh no, how will I ever recover?
Alright, Cortan, you're up.
Okay.
Cortad.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? He's gonna move here, and first he's gonna take out his heavy crossbow, and he's gonna take aim at that son of a bitch first
Okay.
with a D4.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, I'm adding a trip attack.
How do you trip somebody with a crossbow?
Shoot him in the ankle.
knee. You shoot him in the knee.
Crippling shot.
Okay, Skyrim.
It's so powerful it can knock him down. Okay.
Is it Dex or Strength?
DC 14.
He fails a save, so he's knocked prone.
He is not prone. Yeah. Then I'm gonna use a second attack at this guy. Crossbow.
You can't attack twice with a crossbow unless you have crossbow expert.
Then I'm gonna action surge and I'm gonna take aim.
Okay.
Would 13 hit?
It does.
It does. Sweet.
Which one are you attacking?
The one that was to the right of Vortogar.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use maneuvering strike with it too. So there's another hit, and I'm gonna tell Locke. Locke, go ahead and harass these sons of bitches over here.
No!
Oh, you know why? You don't want to do that?
He was gonna Misty Step.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna Misty Step. So what? You can go join him.
I was gonna do something really badass next turn, but fine, be that way.
Fucking everybody up.
Yep.
Meh.
Maybe you should have said it ahead of time.
That's metagaming.
That's not. You said you have a plan.
And
It's never stopped you before. What?
yeah, so roll damage on the crossbow.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Navalia, you're up.
Mm, Um, I can't really do much this move, but I'll move up here for right now.
You can drop it.
Alright, fine. Drop.
Do what you want to do. The beloved shall do what you wish.
It's fine. Force Spiker.
Now you can fuck things up.
Alrighty. Anything else for Navalia?
No, I won't be able to move until I get far enough to move to that.
She just saw her attacks, right?
But I have to get there first.
Oh, okay. I don't know what your movement speed is.
You think being a giant cat, you'd have pretty impressive movement speed.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah, I got 40. And I'll go towards the prone. I'll pounce on the prone asshole.
Yes!
Yeah, so bite and claw.
The beloved of Ashenka shall adjudge thee, fish man!
So yeah, both hit because he's pro. He's gravely wounded, but still breathing in a gurgling sort of way.
And I just press my paw on its chest.
All right, Draman, you're up.
Haha! Move over to here. And I'm gonna swing on that the different one.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
Which one did you attack?
The gravely wounded one that was down.
Well, they're both down. But yeah.
And then I'm gonna use my second attack for that one. Yeah.
It's gonna be a mid. Oh yeah, go ahead.
12.
13. He's down 2.
Oh. Oh, yeah. 13.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That was maneuvering. I thought it was trip attack.
12. Yeah, that's a miss.
Okay. Don't worry, Vortar's here.
All right, Vortar, you're up.
Okay, as that one death rattles, you will say, "Looks like 4 for Blip-de-Poopy!" And now the rest of your cohort shall join thee in being adjudged for the stupid fish people you are. Smash this one. Oh, recklessly with my cleaver, as is my way. Oh, God. Oh, it's an ugly day for the fish people. Oh, it's an ugly day for the fish people.
Maybe not to piss Vortar off.
Yeah, no, for fucking real.
Then Vortar will stand. He will stand upon the corpse of the one as it falls, and smash the next one with the cleaver. You should have listened to me when I held the shit vegetable aloft.
Just straight carving through them.
Yeah,
Vortar will look meaningfully at the 3 remaining.
How many for Blip-de-Poopy?
This makes 6, or
Oh,
many,
you
or
fucked up.
5. Many for sacrifices for Blip-de-Poopy.
You still have movement left if you want to use it.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, kill that one. Vortar will finish his move and go to here, but he shall do so in a deliberate and strident fashion, absently swinging his axe side to side to spray the gore from the previous fucking sushi people that he has carved his way through as he comes meaningfully with a gaze into the one watery Blip-de-Poopy-likey eye of this one here that stands below Locke. It's not too late. You don't have to be whatever number after the ones we have already slain for Blip-de-Poopy.
It's too late.
All right, Locke, you're up.
I'm gonna split my staff attacks, one to the top, one to the bottom.
Okay.
Jackie Chan. Oh my god, it's Jackie Chan.
Let's, it doesn't matter which one goes to which.
Yeah, so from now on, let's do one attack. Okay. We'll do attack, find out if it hits, then roll damage, so the damage isn't all spread out everywhere. But yeah, they both hit.
And then because mobile, I don't give attacks a opportunity, so I'm gonna move over here. Smack the shit out of this one, expending key.
Okay.
Oh, that's excellent.
Oh, right, one at a time.
First one hits, second one misses.
Would the less help 8? No.
You don't know?
No. 12 didn't hit, so no. And then I'll activate my knockdown, which is dexterity save.
And he failed.
Blip-de-Poopy gonna learn today.
The path to Shuba Duba is paved in fish guts. Vortar is staring meaningfully at his eye, meaningfully, with great feeling.
That one's going to make a spear attack against Locke. That's 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And seemingly unable to understand what you're saying, this one is just going to attack with what's left of his life force. It's going to be a hit, so 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right, Cortan, you're up.
Ortar, give a swing for me.
As you would have it. So.
How close does he have to be?
He just has to be able to hear me.
Okay.
Damn. 19.
All right. Anything else for Cortan?
Yeah, Locke, give another swing too.
Oh, sweet. Cool.
Wait, and you're giving up an attack for each one of these commander strikes?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that hits, of course.
Cortan has defeated range by using other melee.
Mm-hmm.
I like
I
it.
am the battle master.
What a fucking cool setup.
The number of
Pretty chill encounter, I'll be honest.
the number of attacks in this group is too damn high.
I'll walk up to Locke and give him the old, I'll pat him on the head from his upside down, and give him his, or my heal him for whatever.
Three times extra crossbow.
How many HP is that, Locke?
Wait, what?
How much HP does it heal you for?
I don't know.
What's your, how much are you missing?
I am missing 12.
Alright, I healed you for 12.
Sweet.
Of course I can take damage.
Let's check the bodies.
So drop
Ortar will motion over to Shushar. Shushar, savant of Shubaduba. Step forward and see if these are kin of yours.
Check the teeth. I hear people like them.
So Shushar comes in and he's wary about what's going on, and he looks over them and he says, "These appear to be followers of Blibdul Pope."
Yes, blib de poopy, they said as much.
They said as much. It didn't do them very good. They demanded sacrifices. Are these people from your village?
They appear to be.
They ain't gonna like us very much. Nope.
Certainly made a good first impression.
Perhaps they're like orcs. Orcs respect strength.
Locke looks at Bortar and then looks at Shushar and says, I highly doubt this.
Ortar knows not the ways of the fishy people.
Ortar, we should drag a few of these bodies along maybe as a message.
Ortar will lop the head off of the bleed shoop to Boopwappa and you shall put it upon the spike of his fucking axe.
Alrighty.
Yes, perhaps we should just wear their skin as camouflage.
Alright, hold on. Let me
It
get a
would be an
survival
upgrade.
check. Survival check.
All right, let's take our halfway break here, even though we did have a short one.
Okay.
Bringing up the stream.
This is too much glory for one fucking combat. Too much glory, I tell you.
So we'll go ahead and be back at 25 after.
Okay.
Sure.
Wait. Alright, we'll be back in 40 seconds.
I gotta turn the stream off. Ooh, well, I do want to say the creatures are. A priest. That's what it was.
You just
Oh, well.
cheated.
I know, but I'm still looking at the stream. They're all dead.
There was no priest though.
Oh, the monitor? Whatever. If I change my token now, would it be okay, or is it locked into Spider-Man? Well, yeah, maybe. No, it didn't.
Okay.
Save. That's what I was.
We're here. We're ready to go. Ready to go.
Turn the stream off.
Oh my god, I just realized we called them core tampons. It's that is way funny.
Vortar is ready to proceed. Having placed this head, what is left of it, of this fish creature upon the butt pommel spike of his axe, he shall suspend it above his left shoulder and prepare to stride forth, purposefully, to negotiate again. Come, shit vegetable, I shall have need of thee.
Oh fuck.
Ooh. What's the terrain?
Will I have to reapply bless, or is it still up? Grofay.
He's coming. He's coming for us. The disembodied spirit, the unquiet, chicken animating sorcerer, magician, Owl Dick.
Stool run!
Or it could be a fishman. Halt, creature! Approach not our shit vegetable!
Well, you should have spiked Grove.
Ooh. Vortar will hold the shit mushroom aloft so that all may hear.
Is Blipty Ploop the same as Blobdy Ploop?
Blipti-poopy servants came here, and we explained that we had brought forth one of their own, returned to bring the wisdom of your aquiferous goddess to them, but they did not listen, and so they must sacrifice themselves to tempt her ire, having attempted to slay us and make sacrifices to her in her name, misguidedly. It went poorly. We were irritated. And now we shall offer you the same choice. We have offered that you shall hear the savant of Shubdabupa, Shoshar. Stand forth and bring this wisdom to your compatriots. Hopefully it shall go better for them than the last. And then I shall continue to hold fucking the shit vegetable aloft and shake it to punctuate my sentences.
Oh, this is the faction war he was speaking about.
Hmm.
Those other guys seem like jerks.
Vortar looks at one fish guy. Vortar looks at one of the dead fish guys. Vortar looks at one of those fish guys. One of the dead fish guys is, you must wear different colors or something. Well, the beloved could have something to do with that. Seeing as they're not standing in spike growth.
Right.
Shushar, what is your judgment? Are these to be foes to be sacrificed, or not?
You can never
All right,
understand
Floopy
them.
Plop.
So be it.
No. I just
No,
in
we're
character.
ignorant. That's
Yeah.
the ignorance is completely in character. Your voices are fine.
Vortar will step forward cautiously, still holding the shit vegetable aloft. Red. So be it. Vortar
Yeah,
will,
just-
as an aside, fucking, he will hand off the shit vegetable to fucking, to Draman.
Can I roll a strength saving throw to not fall down? Ah! Oh. No, just my
Stool
pride.
needs a diet.
Just my pride.
Vortar will look at fucking the lead fishman, and he shall say, I am Vortar, sworn fist of the beloved of the Vishenka, and he shall fucking like point at fucking the crag cat. And then he'll see, and this is our war band, her mand maidens, our prone compatriot is Draman. He is a sanctified jihadist of Vishenka. Upon my left is the shield mand maiden Kortan, master strategist. And behind us is our armor.
Please don't involve me in this.
This is shit vegetable stool, who is our translator, as well as marking our territory. Now that exchanges have been met, Vortar will offer you the ceremonial headbutt of greeting.
New one. Please don't shit on stool. And and Floopapine responds, "Of course not, little polyp."
Travi gets up by this point.
All right. It's a breach of orc etiquette that he does not headbutt me back, but fair enough.
Avalio will drop cat form.
Hail to the beloved of Vishenka. Gather around stool.
I'm not taking a
Yes.
shit at him.
And he says, "Sorry, I just read chat. Please don't involve me in this." He says, "It is very fortuitous that you would arrive at such a time."
Why might that be?
Our people are divided, and I need outsiders to assist.
And we are such outsiders!
Oh, what do we? Oh,
Tell me, what assistance do you require, fish man?
If you would help me, what I would like to do is offer you as sacrifice, but only in pretend.
huh?
What?
You listen here.
Vortar appreciates your unconventional approach at Parley, and I too am new at this. But let me tell you, generally it is not taken well to offer someone a sacrifice in opening move.
No, you misunderstand.
Absolutely.
Yes, I do. This is also common in Orcish Parley.
He wants to use this as a ploy.
What is this?
The beloved is wise.
Of course I am. Thank you for noticing.
Many and more are the words Vortar has spoken today, and the heads of severed enemies rest heavy upon his blade as these mighty words that are given to him in this bubbly dialect make him tired of brain. And so he shall stand forth more of his companions who has more endurance for these words.
Vortar on the shoulder, like tagging him out, and then he steps forward. So the plan is, you are going to
Cord's go. Wait.
walk us into your enemy's lair and offer us a sacrifice? Is that how this is supposed to work?
Let me explain.
Yes, let's do that.
As I have said, I am Plupipine, Archpriest of the Great Sea Mother. My daughter has usurped me and is turning the Kutoa to a new belief. Laplipod, my daughter, believes that Nimagugun, the Deep Father, is who we should follow now.
Alright. So how do we help with your god problem?
Laplipod only comes out of her dwelling to offer sacrifice. Once we are in this city, we will offer you, and the Kuatoa there are so complacent in their ways that they will believe that their sheer numbers will overcome you, and they will not even disarm you.
So we get to keep our weapon.
Yes, of course.
Like that part. Alright, so you're gonna march us into town as prisoners. Say you're going to sacrifice your Deep Father. And then I'm guessing you want us to kill Loptiplod?
You too are wise.
That's a plan. That's a plan of action. There's much glory in it, Vortar.
Much glory is good. Are you saying that we should be surrounded by the enemy in the heart of this Shubaduba?
We will kill the prophet of the false god. How many glory points is that?
Many and more glory. Will we be surrounded?
Probably.
This is good. Then we can attack on any side. Vortar approves of this message.
Before
Beloved.
we hop all on board with this, which you two seem wonderfully on board with, some of us do not operate for these glory points that you make up for whatever false god you follow. What do we get out of this?
You will
No,
be
man.
you will be greatly rewarded.
And
He just looks at you.
I want to know what rewards. Your rewards could be giving me millions of fish whores, which I have absolutely no desire or use for. Give me what you will give us in words, not just a blank, vague statement.
Vortar's mind is blown as he contemplates fish horse.
They don't have to breathe, Vortar.
On the one hand, it seems vaguely disgusting. On the other hand, never done it.
And it's been some time.
It has.
It has.
There's an abysmal lack of fucking cave whores upon these parts.
Avalia's gonna slowly move on the other side of the school.
What reward would win you to my favor?
I would want a guide and a personal escort out of this accursed Underdark.
Also a metal man.
I could arrange a ride across the Dark Lake, getting you closer to one of the other cities that have exits to the surface.
I want to teach that drow bitch that dragged us down here a valuable lesson.
Who gives
Mainly
a
by
shit?
killing her. I do.
Okay.
Well, you can go for that, but personally, I don't want to be closer to an exit. I want you to take me to the exit.
Vortar will, after having heard this offer, Vortar will fucking raise his fist and go for Fenderella!
Some of us give a shit about the crimes done to us. I know you probably didn't mind being locked in a hole, but I do.
I know. So many days of conditioning his hair.
Vengeance will be mine.
If you wish to
Vortar?
go and kill yourself upon the drow armies, be my guest. You are more than welcome to. However, for my payment, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Very well.
Now,
Glory
here's
for
my thing.
Vortar! Justice for Vanderell and vengeance for our fallen! Yes, beloved.
Thank you. Now, on the other side of the lake, what's on the other side of the lake? More Underdark territory, or is there land above that we can walk?
The other side of the lake is still Underdark. But there are cities we Kuatoa are not welcomed in that lead to the surface.
All I ask is to be led to the outskirts of one of these cities so that I can't get lost.
Well, I should probably confer with my compatriots before I name a price, but how about a favor to be named afterwards?
What sort of favor?
Well, should we call a huddle and go talk about this away from them?
Certainly. Vortar will
Alright.
walk over and fucking walk over by the shield. He will, He will drag his stool back here with him.
The shit bitch.
Red one, I can walk.
You walk too slow. Vortar will help. Then he'll set the stool back down.
I don't know what to ask a fish person.
The customary reward of whores and glory is sufficient for Vortar. However,
I think
I
there'll be
also wish a
more-
side of justice for Fandorallen.
I think we could have these fish people help with our drow problem. Obviously, it looks like we're to lock. Someone's going to be leaving, and Cortan seems to be scared of fighting drow all of a
I'm
sudden.
not
So
scared of fighting drow. I just want to get the hell out of here too.
But again, even though once we get out of here, we got to go through more Underdark.
It's
He
true.
said the outskirts of the city would lead to the surface.
No, he said the
Yeah,
outskirts of the city would lead towards the surface, not that
I
it would
just
lead
said
to
that.
the. Yeah.
It's closer.
Which is why we need a guide to the city that will take us out.
Yes. Wait. Let me think. Vortar will walk over here and say, "What manner of creatures rule this city?"
Isn't it more fish?
Which one? Sloopgalop is the
One
home.
across the lake. The one across the lake, your people are not welcome in. What manner of creatures rule this city?
Well, there is Gracklstug, the Gracklstug, the city of the Dwergar.
Duragar. The monkey rat. Wait, is that our monkey rat demons?
Those are dwarfs.
Dwarves. Yes.
Not the good kind of dwarves. Not the kind you'll like.
It is okay. The dwarves rule the city across the lake, so these silver coins that buy no honor will win their favor.
Those aren't the dwarves you drink with.
All dwarves are covetous and value much the shining of gold and silver trinkets. Any of these should suffice to buy passage, or a guide, or justice, depending on how many of these coins, of course.
So we're just going to ignore the drow.
No, but we might be able to hire dwarven fucking guides, mercenaries, to come with us, so we might assault them directly. Aha!
So do you want to ask for treasure and a transport to the dwarf city?
Yes.
Trade fish for dwarves.
Yes. Dwarves, Vortar understands. Fish people are fish people.
I could agree to these terms.
Okay.
Cortan,
We have our terms.
shield man maiden. You agree to these terms?
Yeah.
Very well.
I'd rather not walk around alone. Whatever, let's go. Let's kill some shit. Or I guess be killed. Sure, maybe.
Talia just turn back around and roll her eyes.
Beloved of Ashenka,
Yes, more tired.
does this meet with your needs?
No, that'll do. Perfectly fine.
As I was trying to tell your red friend, there is another option.
What is the other option?
There is Blingdenstone, the home of the deep gnomes.
Gnomes. Vortar will eye the fucking, the monkey rat demons that are with us. You speak of them?
Yes, they're kind.
Which
They are
one's more
just-
pleasant to deal with and more pliable?
Unfortunately, the others are violent towards us both.
I'm telling you, Duragar are going to be a problem just as much as the drow.
Well, it does not matter. First, we must destroy these fish creatures that menace these other would-be rulers of the city of Shuptabuba. So perhaps we should go forth and cross this bridge after we have defeated the enemy.
We need time to think. We're trying to figure out how best to deal with the problem.
Yes, of course. Once the deed is done, we can solidify the next steps.
It won't be anything too pricey. He kind of says that with a smirk. So we will be bait for your Dark Father priestess. Father.
Nothing like some good old filicide.
Can you tell us anything about the area where you plan to hold us? Is it an open area? Is it like not that anybody here would know what King Kong is, but
That was a King Kong.
that's what I just said. No one's gonna know what it is.
A really tiny monkey.
Yes. Like, are we gonna be in an open field? pretended to be
We're going.
a
I
giant
can tell you the beginning of
swamp
the
or. Well, underwater.
Work out these details. Voltar must poop. We shall make the pooping pit here. This shall be the pooping pit, and none shall poop anywhere but this pit. And then Voltar will. This is a short rest, yeah? Call this a short rest?
Sure.
I'm just gonna spend some armor, some hit dice. That's gonna do. Okay, good enough.
We won't get another rest before the fight, will we?
Probably not.
I'll be
We
okay.
can be
then.
prepared. Voltar is ready.
I guess let's do it. Whatever. I guess thought I was gonna be dead anyway, so let's do it.
You are so pissy.
Whatever. Shut up.
Did you mess with the grid size?
Yes. We should go. If all have completed their rests, for this place is haunted.
Yeah, you keep saying Aldic. I don't know who the hell you're talking.
Aldic, the apeling magician that made the chickens dance in midair. Surely you remember him, Cortan the Shield.
Who?
He died from the shit mushroom.
Who?
Remember?
Kid doesn't care, Vortar. He's being an ass.
He died from the shit mushroom. He died next to us after we have defeated the Drow captors and
remember this.
broke free.
I don't remember it. This is weird.
She's just gonna walk back over here.
Come
Yeah,
on,
Voltar will eat
Pete,
some
let's
rations.
go.
Can we do this? Let's I guess I'm ready to be a sacrifice. Whatever.
Sounds like.
Is this fully in character? Or is this?
Oh, this is fully a character, yeah.
Does he have some madness that we missed? Is this
Nope.
He's depressed.
Cortan's just a depressed little asshole.
we have grumpy ass Locke, grumpy ass Cortez?
I literally have in this character sheet too from like one of the personal traits from the soldier thing. It says, I am haunted by memories of war and a kick at the images of violence out of my mind.
Oh, so he's a vagina. I'm just kidding.
Hey! Never mind.
Voltar too is haunted, and he too can remember the images of war, but these dispel his despair over being haunted. Now, if only Aldic the magician, if only I had remembered to take his ears and bury them to the east of where he had died, none of this would have happened.
Alright, are we ready to do this?
We are.
Alright.
How,
Onward!
how must we go? We shall follow you.
Is the graph messed up for everybody else?
Yes.
It looks
Yeah.
fine on my side.
You quartered the grid layout.
Nah, and on mine I didn't.
Whatever, it's fine. We can work with it.
It was the disembodied spirit of the magician
Wow.
Aldic the Magnificent.
It's instead of 5 feet, it's half that. It's 2.5, which isn't game breaking or anything. But
Yeah, so just we can move in between. Like the scaling's not off, it just added a subgrid.
Can play with it later. How do you ping, by the way?
You hold
Click and hold.
Ah, fancy.
3 weeks later.
What's really cool, but I can never remember how to do it, is how you move and make it align the measurements.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that. I can't remember how to do that.
Pretty fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Vortar will stand back. You will, tell that, he shall tell Stool to, watch over the others.
He's in charge.
Watch over the others. If we do not come back,
we
may
might,
you
be able
fight
to,
bravely, little shit vegetable.
we might be able to use a couple of were moles,
Rats.
rats.
Vortar is certain that Bloopy Shitty does not want the sacrifice of those who have been blessed with the beast form, yet have it be a rat. These souls cannot possibly be even of any use to the lobster goddess.
Fortar.
Yes, beloved.
That's probably right.
Stop.
Probably right. Yeah.
You don't know what they're able to do, what they're not able to do.
I have no idea what you just said.
Was that a girl sentence?
Meow.
Ooh. This is cool.
So don't move around freely, because you are current. I'm not gonna bring all of the tokens because that's a lot of work. But
So be it.
so as you arrive outside the gate, stationed outside are 4 Kuatoa, who confront you as you approach. After they see that you are being shepherded by the archpriest, they kind of step aside and these names are gonna be the death of me. Plooploopine ushers you inside, and he says, "This is Sloobloodop, the home of the Kuatoa."
I've never remembered any of these names ever.
Yeah, imagine being the one that has to say them over and over again.
Oh no, that was a character too.
And as you look around, you see that the city is divided along the center path. To the north, you see buildings with hangings, or I guess more like huts or dirt mounds with hangings that are of blues and grays. And on the other side, you see reds and purples. And he says, there once was a time where the Kuatoa lived in harmony as one. Those times are long past.
Maybe not for much longer.
Let's not speak openly of that.
I didn't. Well, I could have been talking about everyone becoming friends.
Shut up.
I'm actively going to speak about how much of a shithole this place is.
Bloop de Poopy favors her servants with mighty dwellings indeed. And I will admire the construction of their stone huts.
And so he kind of strange to do with prisoners, but he takes you on a tour. Tour of the city, and as you walk through, first he takes you to the docks, and as you walk through, you see several boats stationed at each one of the docks, and groups of 4 to 5 Kuatoa kind of walking up and down, and then going to the next dock and walking up and down, and just on their patrols.
Very skittish.
Fortor will have a deeply introspective moment and wondered what in orcish hell fish people need with boats.
That's a good point.
Want to get wet.
He walks over and he says, he points to the statue and says, "This is the shrine to the Sea Mother. Blibdul poop pulp.
Say again.
Blibdul poop."
I'm sorry. What?
Does anybody want to make a religion check?
Sure. Oh.
No desire.
All right, I'll make a religion check. There we go.
All right. So let me give the description, then I'll explain. A 9-foot tall statue stands here. Its body is roughly carved from some kind of wood in the shape of a humanoid female. Its head and forearms formed from the severed head and claws of a giant albino crayfish.
I was right! It is the lobster goddess, friends!
These parts are lashed on with strands of gut and emit an overpowering stench of rotting shellfish. Shells, brightly colored stones, mushrooms, and rotting fish are piled at the statue's feet and strung in garlands around its neck. 4 stern Kuo-toa slowly circle the statue, alert and on guard, while a few others mill about, gazing up at the statue and bowing repeatedly while chanting.
Looks like we found the smelly goddess.
I'm not sure where you learned this, Vortar, but somehow you heard the story of Blibdulpulp. She's a scavenger goddess, meaning that discarded and recovered items are worthy offerings. The more personal, the better. You also know that regurgitating at the goddess's feet is considered a sincere show of faith. And as you watch, you see a Kuo-toa walk over and regurgitate its day's meal onto the shells at the foot of the statue. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then repeats a chant that you've heard several times in a language that all the other Kuo-toa are using, but nobody understands.
Well, this place is proper fucked.
As if
This
any-
is where Avalia is kind of like, her stomach's turning at the smell. Like,
Kind of
Vortar gazes at the statue and fucking thinks to himself. It's like, well, the shorn scrotum hairs of Ashenka landed in all places, the seas being one of them. And so this goddess was born, such as she is, from him. So Vortar must offer her at least some semblance of respect in the fact that she falls under the dominion of the great beast lord, as she is a beast goddess herself.
This
Well,
is
this
what
all-
in a dark soul.
This is perhaps the stupidest form of worship he has ever seen!
Oh no.
And this is where we die.
The 4 guards around the statue stop and look at you, and the archpriest says, "Calm yourselves. We are not among friends." And then he turns and talks to the guards in that language you don't understand, and then says, "Come, there's more I must show you."
Okay. Vortar will hold it in.
As you approach the statue north of the Sea Mother statue, the idol to Lima Gugun, the Deep Father, consists of a large hide cut roughly in the shape of a manta ray and stretched out on cords between 2 support poles. A dead, splayed-out manta ray is pinned to the center of the hide. 2 dead octopuses are draped across the top, their tentacles pinned and artfully arrayed. Their heads tied together and painted with red and blue pigments. The idol reeks of decay, and the broad stone altar below the idol is stained with dark blood.
This would be the one of sacrifice.
This is disgusting.
I would assume Deep Father?
You would assume correct.
I am wise.
Tentacle. Why always tentacles?
Perhaps it came out of bowels of Ashenka. Maybe that's why.
Vortar will not claim to understand the way of Ashenka, for he moves in mysterious.
Come with me back to my home. We must prepare.
Okay.
Oh good, a mud hut in the center of town.
I'm kind of picturing that we're just being like we're being escorted by his guards, and they would treat us like prisoners, right? They kind of have their spears pointed at us and stuff. And
Yeah, kind of, but if anybody in the town were to really check, they aren't being overly aggressive about it.
mm-hmm. If they're not actively stabbing me with the spears, and so be it. No big deal.
Yeah, they're definitely not. It just so happens that there is a sacrifice planned for this eve.
Oh, how
Lucky
fortunate.
us.
This is convenient. Vortar did not want to tarry over long in the oncoming face of glory. Glory waits for no orc, nor fish people, or apelings.
As you enter, there's another Kuatoa inside, striking resemblance to the archpriest, and there's a loud confrontation between the two, and then turns and looks at you with a hostile glare and leaves the house.
Okay.
And the archpriest turns back and says, "Fear not, that was Gluglugog. He is my son. He is conflicted."
Okay.
Should I have white feet?
He does not believe outsiders are needed in handling our issues.
You didn't tell him we were here to handle them, did you?
All that he knows is that you are to be made sacrifice.
Oh, okay. Very well, then. Is there some ritual adornment we must have for the sacrifice? Some festive festooning of fish guts, or perhaps paint? Orcs will always, adorn the would-be sacrifices to Vishanka in the pelts of those great beasts that would be hunted in the wild before they are set loose in the forest to be mercilessly hunted down and killed in a festival of merriment.
What he said.
Sure.
Please, make my home your home. I will return shortly.
I believe he
Oh.
goes to get us the shells and fish guts.
Okay.
He walks away. I'm like, oh,
Wait,
good.
is there bacon? As he walks out.
Don't. No.
I do not know what this bacon is you speak of.
Yeah, I can tell.
Vortar will make do.
So, by any chance, is there like a long rest coming for this, or?
Vortar will happily ransack the cupboards to find edible things.
All right,
Sit down and just wait.
All right, make an investigation check.
Okay. I will make an investigation check.
I will also go investigate the thing.
Okay, it was not such a good investigation. Seashell, 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 dried starfish, seashell, seashell.
Away
Broken
from the
sand
moment.
dollar.
Away from the game for a moment. All I can think about is did you ever see Demolition Man? Rule.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
with the seashells?
What the
What's
fuck are these seashells
I don't-
for?
I don't get it. What's with the seashells?
Seashell. What is this? Fishbone comb? They don't even have hair. Seashell.
I paid to know what these were bathroom.
Hmm. Yeah.
So what are the rest of you doing while he's ransacking the cupboard?
I was just investigating like the rest of the area I rolled for, just like kind of like poking things.
I'm just gonna chill out personally.
So Gordon's actually kind of going to like just find an area that's away from them, And he's just kind of like kneeling down. He's just kind of muttering shit to himself. So kind of like maybe like a prepare for like something. So you all don't know.
Okay.
Vortar was like, right.
Avali's just gonna move against the free wall and sit down.
Vortar is going to collect up the seashells he has found, and then he is going to take a piece of string from one of the ropes. He is going to tie them into a necklace and then bestow it to the beloved. I found no bacon. You guys hear me?
Apparently, nobody wanted to respond to the no bacon comment.
I found no bacon, beloved. But here, have this necklace of seashells.
Oh, thank you, Vortar. You went to Shublop instead of Jared's.
Yes.
What?
She's
From across the way. What's Jared's? Who's Jared?
Shut up, Mutter. Keep talking to yourself.
Okay.
Bacon would have been better, but this is all I could find.
Well, thank you, Vortar.
Get it.
And with that, Vortar will sit down and eat some rations, mark some rations off.
Oh yeah, I guess I should. Yeah.
Oh.
Eat up! Perhaps we will all die!
Yeah, I don't
So
want to die.
we're all eating rations, is that what it is?
I thought he was bringing us food.
I don't know. I'm eating rations. I'll eat again. Mighty is the hunger of Vortar.
All right, yeah. So some time passes. The archpriest comes back, and he says, "My daughter has found a sacrifice.
Oh?
She plans to sacrifice a Duergar."
A Duergar. Wait, this is the dwarves. The covetous dwarves who desireth all the shiny objects.
Yes.
Perhaps this could work to our benefit. Will we battle her? For rights to be sacrificed first?
The plan I have set forth is, before her sacrifice can begin, we will come with those that are loyal to me, and we will offer our own sacrifice in hopes of winning over those that do not believe as we do, hoping that our show of sacrifice will be greater and win favor.
Yes. Yes,
One
we're
of
obviously the
dwarves
better
is
sacrifice than this Duergar. Vortar will say with some
Moronic.
pride. He will flex. What is this church music? That's just
You know, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Going,
it's
the ambience, very, very.
next to the vomit statue.
Okay.
Well, if you guys think you can find better music, just let me know. I mean,
No,
it's
no.
not like I'm not doing everything else.
No,
I mean, the church music kind of fit, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. It's the
Yeah,
church music.
no,
where
it
the
kinda
vomit
fits 'cause
statue
it's
was
like
not as-
eerie
as-
and everything.
Get prepared to be sacrificed. That's hilarious.
I just actually kind of thought it was kind of an interesting time.
Vortar will make sure he is fierce looking. Fiercer looking.
Should I cut you?
To be a more impressive sacrifice.
Should I cut you, he said?
Yeah.
No.
Give
Not
him some
that
battle scars.
I already have them. Look, and he will tell him about this is the time I was gored by the shit weasel. And look
Okay.
over here. See this mark on my thigh? This is where I was stabbed by that dirty Fae. And over here, this is from the Negro Fae that we slew in the spider caverns. See the burn on my elbow? That was from a mounting where I fell off sideways onto a rough stone. And then upon my head, you can see this mark here. This is from what I engaged in the rock headbutting contest over 3 seasons past for this Festival of Autumn. I would show you the Bunga Bunga scars, but the beloved is present. But many they are.
Why do you have scars? I wish I was a player so I could ask about your Bunga Bunga stars and why you have Bunga Bunga stars.
Bunga Bunga scars are often had because every autumn during the festival of the autumn times, before we make our annual raid to take all the vegetables and slaves from the neighboring surrounding villages, we orc and human alike, to be fair, we would perform a rite whereupon we shall try to get rights to be the war leader. The war leader is he who proves himself strongest in this for this honor. So all the young and strong warriors, those who possess the greatest of gastrointestinal fortitude, will line up, whereupon a helmet will be placed in before each. Each is filled with rocks. The orc who can eat all these rocks and then shit them onto the holy platform of Azog-Har the Hardy in the fastest time shall win the rights. Those who have the least intestinal fortitude usually die in the attempt, for it is about 10 pounds of stones, and one must push very, very hard. More than one orc has fallen victim with a trunk hanging from their anus, and many rocks still lodged within. Others are not able to crunch the stones fast enough with their teeth in order to be able to swallow them into small enough pieces. This is a secret. However, those who have the strongest teeth, those who can manage to swallow these rocks and crush them into small enough bits, their sharp shards will lacerate the Bunga Bunga as one flexes mightily at the base in an effort to expulse these forth in a pseudo-religious rite of glory.
This makes
Vortar is
sense.
champion 3 seasons running.
I think
Locke would
Corin's
just
mouth's kinda
blatantly
open.
ignore Vortar and look over to Drummond. Be like, Drummond, how long does your blessing spell last?
Not long enough. About a minute. I have a plan.
Vortar is going to keep preparing himself to look mighty for the sacrifice.
Corin's still wondering how many members of Vortar's clan is still alive.
Many. We are prodigious at the mounting and the brooding and the
That
wealth.
was an inner thought though, because he's like, they must be all dead.
No, many. We are prodigious at the brooding and the mounting and welding. It is considered a bad omen for one of Vortar's tribe's brood wives to have less than 6. And he will recklessly rub in the holy goat scrub until his skin sheens with the mighty red glory of an avenging pagan god's fiery eyes descended upon earth to judge the naughty.
The naughty.
As he is prepared for this, he will make sure he has his hair fucked up in the most brutal way possible.
Alrighty. Within the hour, 12 Kuatoa, led by a Kuatoa monitor, arrive at Pluplupine's quarters. The archpriest of the Sea Mother admits the monitor, informs him that he, his whip, and the prisoners will accompany them to see the archpriest of the Deep Father. You're escorted to the altar of the Deep Father near the docks, where Bloplipod awaits you.
Okay.
The archpriest of the Sea Mother steps forward across the span of the altar toward the Kuatoa, waiting for him there. The time has come, he says, for us to acknowledge your divine vision and welcome it. I have brought these as offerings, he gestures towards all of you, standing within a circle of guards behind him. Will you not accept them?
Vortar will glare fiercely at the crowd, daring them to not accept his majesty as a sacrifice.
Drummond is holding his holy symbol, and it looks like he's praying for his life, but he's really holding an action before we bring the trap.
You are wise, Father, the young archpriest replies. I accept your offering in the name of the Deep Father. May their blood nourish and strengthen him. A burbling cheer goes up from the surrounding Kuatoa, their fists raised in the air.
Vortar too will raise his fists in the air and howl defiantly back at them.
As you look down, you see a bruised and bedraggled Dwaragar. Already tied to the altar. Kuatoa parade around the altar in a wide circle as they chant. Part of their path sends them splashing and wading through the shallows of the Dark Lake. As they do, it gets harder and harder to tell one faction from the other. But you see the Archpriest and his whip moving towards the altar. Bloplipod calls for the sacrifice to be brought forth, and one Kuatoa for each of you jumps to do her bidding. They prod you with your spears to horde you toward a slight depression 20 feet from the altar, with a large grate at its center.
Okay.
You can see that the stonework of the depression is stained with the blood of innumerable sacrifices, and you can hear the gentle lapping of the Dark Lake coming up from the grate.
Oh no.
The chanting grows louder.
Oh no.
When you are
This seems very much like there's something that lives below the grates.
When you are brought forward, Bloplipod gestures towards the altar, whereupon her father suddenly attacks, striking her with his scepter.
Ooh!
Kuatoa, loyal to him, surge forward to the attack, while the guards that brought you toward forward stand in shock. They are surprised and can't move or take any action.
Ah, yes. Now is the time to strike.
Okay, so we're going to do this a little bit differently. It's going to be a little bit more theatrical.
Okay.
A little bit less rolling of the dice and more, we're going to just kind of write the scene together type of thing. A little bit more theater of the mind. And so we'll just go left to right. As you see your guards standing in shock as one archpriest attacks the other and the crowd quickly descends into chaos, what do you do, Vortar?
Vortar will cheer mightily, because the moment of glory is upon him, and he shall snatch the nearest guard that stands beside him, and he shall, hoping to engender more general chaos into the crowd, he shall throw this guard far from him towards those who are loyal to the archpriest. Holding him gently by the webbed feet as he spins around in a circle thrice. 3 shall be the number of the spinnings, and the number of the spinnings shall be thrice. And then he shall huck him in a large gyrating motion through the air towards the enemies.
As you let loose, some of the other Kuatoa turn and look at you, several brandishing their own spears, and move forward. They thrust several, making small slices in your skin, but in the fury of the battle, you barely feel it. Seeing what's going on, how do you react, Avalia?
She's just gonna look around her surroundings at the other guards, and she's gonna hold an action. Well, she's actually gonna size up the room and see how big the room is, but she's gonna hold her action.
You're just holding your action?
Yeah, I'm looking at the room to make sure I can do what I want to do. So.
Yeah, what is it that you want to do?
I want to do Call Lightning.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah, I mean, are you trying to pick out specific targets or just as much damage as possible?
Whoever I see that's going to be the ones that are going to be attempting to attack, that I wanted to at least call it and hold it, and that way I knew once someone tries to come forth and attack, I can call it down.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's groups of Kuatoa coming from every direction now that Vortar has made the first aggressive act. So you can just grab a group and just do your thing.
Alright, I'm calling Lightning then.
Uh,
That one.
yeah, describe to us what it is that how it looks when you do.
Avalia's hand will go up in the air as a crackle of lightning surrounds her fingers and shoots up as a gray storm cloud starts to fill the air above as lightning dances throughout the cloud and comes down and hits one of the crowd of Koto that are coming towards them.
Ooh. Nice.
Jeez.
Can't wait. Yeah.
Boom.
Yes.
Literally right in front of him too.
Yeah, so Avalia conjures this spell, bringing down this storm of lightning. Just bodies of Kuatoa go flying. Some missing parts, some just completely scorched. Others lay on the ground, still twitching as the lightning courses through their live or dead form. Since this is real close to you, Cortan, go ahead and take your turn.
I think Corton's gonna have like a almost like a PTSD kind of flashback. He's all of a sudden gonna go into war mode, and he's gonna go crazy. His eyes are gonna start bugging out of his eyes, and he's gonna be searching around. And he's gonna be like, "Overwhelm them!" He's gonna grab the nearest spear, and he's seeing Vortar as he getting hit, so he's gonna full on charge and start trying to pummel him wherever's attacking Vortar at the moment.
Yeah, sure. So you grab one of the spears and you just start spearing down Kuatoa as you go, fighting your way over, trying to get next to your comrade in arms. Several Kuatoa fall. Others rush in from the sides. They're stabbing at you. Some managing to get through your armor, while most just kind of spark as the head of the spear glances off your armor. Locke, you're up.
Isn't it Drama's turn next?
Either way, Locke or Drama.
Drama, you go. I'm still
What
kind of
is
thinking.
the main bitch priest we came here to kill? What's she do?
She's currently fighting her father.
So Drama is going to look to Vortar and be like, "Protect the beloved," and then Misty.
Always.
And he's gonna play assassin paladin and pop his vengeance ass up behind the priestess fighting her father and try to open her up from the back.
Nothing personnel, kid.
You fool! It's the golden fuckboy.
Yeah, so you misty step up next to her and swing several times with your sword. Talon strikes true on one of them, giving her a giant gash on her back. She turns to you, gutters something in a language you don't understand, and the archpriest of the Sea Mother turns to you and says in common, in a much angrier voice than you've ever heard him use, "She's mine."
Ooh. Drummond raises his shield and just plays defense, helps him out, but won't swing.
Fair enough. So as the bodies of the Kuatoa that were thrown from the Call Lightning spell are landing in the water, you see it starting to kind of sizzle as their lightning heated flesh cools, and the water continues to boil, and then 5, 10, 12 of these manta ray looking creatures surface up onto the surface of the water and start to tear into the Kuatoa that have been thrown.
Ooh.
They like them already cooked.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
fucking- Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, it looks like that bag or that thing,
Yeah, it does kind of look like that thing.
the cloak
That-
thing.
Yeah, a little-
thing.
The cloaker or something. Yeah, because it does kind of look
I have no idea what you guys are talking
creepy looking.
Really,
All right, Locke, you're up. What are you gonna do?
it's a fucked up manta ray.
Are the mana rays kind of grouped together?
No, they're kind of just they're spread out, and they're like larger than any manta ray you've ever seen before, if you've ever seen one in character. Otherwise, they are very, very large manta ray with spikes on the front of their whatever flippers, I guess, and vampire-like teeth in their mouths. But they're kind of spread throughout the water, mostly in the shallows. Some you can see surfacing a little bit further out, but making their way closer, picking off Kuatoa that have spilled over into the water as this civil war of sorts is raging on.
Okay. Locke is going to pull a weird-looking jar thing out of his bag. He's going to rush towards the water, and getting towards the water, he's going to smash it on the ground, and oil will spread out over the surface of the water. He very vigorously starts flexing and straightening his arms, sparks flaming out over on top of the water, and hopefully alighting the oil on top of the fire as if it was napalm.
Pollution at its best.
Fuck yeah!
Ooh.
Who needs a tinderbox when you spark?
Heat metal.
Ooh, fire, yes.
Oh,
We'll just go ahead and turn on the lights since we're going more theatrical on this.
Fantastic.
oh yeah, I guess I should move him closer to Fortar.
And as you are drawn over to these flames that quickly alight on the water and dance and starts to begin to light the boats and the ramps on fire, you hear a scream from the altar to the Deep Father.
Oh no.
The young archpriest calls out, Lima Gugun!
Guna goo goo, motherfucker, guna.
Just as her father strikes the final fatal blow, dropping her before the profane altar.
Bam.
All of the Kuatoa turn and look, seeing the archpriest fallen, and then the water out in the lake begins to writhe and boil.
We're gonna have a problem here.
If you're not zoomed out, you might want to.
I am zoomed out.
I'm about to.
How do we do that?
Slider on the top right.
Sorry, got it.
Another sound rises above the burbling cries of the Kuatoa. The dark surface of the water, farther out, bubbles and begins to foam. A thick, oily tentacle bursts forth, followed by another. Then two monstrous heads break the surface, both resembling hideous, angry baboons with wickedly curved tusks. Both heads are attached to a single torso, and the monster's red eyes burn with bloodlust and madness. The creature, rising from the dark lake, must stand 30 feet tall or more, with water cascading down its back and shoulders. Upon reaching its full height, the great demon throws back both its head and roars.
Trauma cast bless.
Oh shit!
That is
Oh,
not right.
Shit.
That is not right.
The Demogorgon.
Is that what it is?
Yes, that's the Demogorgon.
As it does, the Kuatoa turn and look and begin crying out, Lima Gugun, Lima Gugun, over and over and over again.
Oh no! No, this took a decidedly shitty turn.
Can I get you to make a charisma saving throw, all of you?
Charisma saving throw, okay.
Oh god, no.
Nope.
Hold on.
Well, did that bless I cast go off? Or nice save. Where's my fucking shit? There you go.
Those that it would matter for already succeeded.
Why?
Locke, Cortan, Vortar,
Mm-hmm.
you've each gained a level of madness.
Yes. More
Sweet.
drama.
Ooh. Now that is a prodigiously strong monster. Wait, I'm sorry. Is it my turn again?
Yes, it is your turn.
Vortar fucking seeing the enormous, powerful beast come out of the fucking water, and having them here. He's not quite certain what it is, but he knows that such an auspiciously powerful fucking beast heralds more than simply an uprising amongst the fish people. He casts a prayer to Vashenka to at least grant him a good death, as he strives mightily, fucking frothing at the fucking mouth and fucking gnashing his teeth, fucking as he slams fucking one Koatua to the side after another, keeping a fucking perimeter around the beloved. He says, "None shall touch thee, beloved, until Vashenka wills it so." And fucking I will like smash fucking one to the side with an axe, and another I shall fucking cut the legs out from other till it falls on the ground, flopping like a fish that it is, and fucking still a third will tackle me from behind, and I will pull it forward and fucking like bite its throat out as I thrust it down on the ground and ready my axe for the next.
Demogorgon moves closer.
I would suggest.
Let's go. Let's have Locke take his turn. He's closest. He's got the closest view. What are you going to do, Locke?
Oh, well, I figured everybody would go through the round and then it would be my turn.
That's fine too.
No, I'm good. GM's rules. Okay. Locke stands there, befuddled as the monstrosity of a goat tentacled lizard thing pops out of the water like a demonic daisy. He feels the madness ping into his very soul, and suddenly, whereas the yellow light generally shone out from under his armor, it started again as steam pooled out from underneath the metal plates. It started barely as a mutter until a horrendous, maniacal laughter as the madness hits him a bit too hard than it should have. Wielding and spinning his staff in a almost flourishing manner, he rushes forward into the burning docks, activating his spider staff and jumping to stick on its leg and beat the shit out of its knee.
Oh shit! He just went full retard.
Yeah, a little bit.
Never go full retard.
He normally wouldn't, but madness, you know?
Okay. For this, I guess make your attacks.
Does absolutely no damage. That's weird. I'm clicking on. Oh, wait. Give me a sec. Nope.
Attack again. Nothing.
And then expend key for flurry of strikes.
Okay.
God, you should spend key for run the fuck away.
I know, right?
Madness! I have to play it. I'm sorry. I just hope my rolls were better, but they're not.
He looks down at you with both of his faces, and mutters something in a language that you don't understand, and in a tenor that literally makes your frame rattle. And he reaches down with one of his tentacles, and then lifts you up above his head. Who wants to act next?
Heads.
Draman is going to think, well, he's fucked, and he's going to take a step back this way to form this perimeter with the beloved while saying, I suggest we flee, and he's gonna cast a level 2 rank of blast on the 4 of them because Locke is out there in fuckland, and he's ready to run if they are, but he doesn't see a whole lot of point in the fighting that thing.
Cortan?
I honestly don't know how the hell he's gonna fucking react. I think he's like, I don't want to say frozen in fear, but he's like frozen out of pure shock, and I think he's like overlapping like images and shit, and he is not really like processing what the hell's going on at this point.
So he's like in PTSD shutdown right now?
Yeah, kinda. Like he's kind of like at this point he's kind of like unresponsive, and he's just more like just staring. He's like, "What the fuck do we do?"
Alright. And Avalia, what do you want to do?
Well, I still have to storm up. It lasts up to 10 minutes, so try to storm. And it's a 60-foot radius, so I'm guessing he's in it. So she's just gonna rain down lightning on him. Sorry, Locke.
It's fine.
I'd rather get you free somehow.
Well, no, I mean, to be completely honest, if I was actually playing Locke the way that he is, I would have gone the fuck out of there. But the madness, I'm like, he's gonna go kind of insane, so
Well,
do
only
something
one rank of
crazy.
madness. There's like descending
So
rank.
it's a 60-foot radius?
Yeah, it's a 60-foot radius.
It's enormous.
Yeah, 10 feet tall and a 60-foot radius.
Jesus.
That's a nifty. You got the fucking area denial. Fucking striker.
So it's like that
Oh my
big.
God.
Rough.
Damn.
Damn.
So yeah, he's definitely in the radius, so the lightning strikes down. And it slams into this beast. And the only reaction is this guttural laughter. And
It's mad.
he turns to the group of you and with a flick of its tentacle, Locke disappears down one of its gullets.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
And he says, "You will be next."
No, we fucking won't.
Run.
Oh,
It's the only thing that comes out of his mouth at the point. Run.
Run, you fools.
Fly, you fools.
Right?
Drummond like pushes Avalia and is like,
Alright, so, you guys running? You stealing a boat? What are you doing?
I know that thing lives in the lake. It's its home. No.
But it's moving towards the city.
Oh, we could. Yeah. Let's do that. This way. Come on. I'm waving people over like to go behind the houses. This way.
Vortar is going to grab the beloved.
No, beloved.
This time, beloved rides Vortar, and he's going to run with her behind fucking Drummond, taking leaping, bounding strides with the fucking boots of LeBron James as he fucking like avoids fucking packs of fucking these fish people.
Drummond's like barely
Wait.
past houses, running into shit.
As he ran by, he would feel a little fucking pang of pity for those who would fucking not be able to at least stand and die on their feet, and he'll fucking like cut the fucking bonds of the Duergar fucking altar. Fight or die, your choice, and then he'll follow fucking Drummond.
Yeah, and as you cut him free, he actually runs after you.
Okay,
What about Stool and all them?
they weren't here.
Yeah, they
Remember
told
No.
us.
We told Stool. I told Stool to watch over everyone.
Stool. And then the boats are over here, right?
Yeah, there's a boat at any one of them. And as you come through, it's this weird... As you move through, all of them are... Just about every Kuatoa is on the ground, prostrate. Just That's the word, right?
Prostrate, yes.
Yeah, and just they're like bowing over and over again. Some of them are completely collapsed on the ground. Others still have weapons like skewered into them from the melee, but are in such shock that they don't even register it. You can literally see as people are bleeding to death while in shock.
Fuck
That
that.
is going to cut the string on the boat in one motion and get in.
They're fucking worshiping it.
They
Question.
are fucking worshipping it.
Avalia, do the druid thing and pull the boat. Get some big fucking water thing and pull the boat.
Yeah, what's your question there, Locke?
Am I dead, or can I try something?
You can
Like, I
try
know it doesn't
something.
look too much in my interest, but I mean,
What do you want to try and do?
I want to attempt to use the short sword to basically wedge myself in his gullet before I hit the stomach acid.
Yeah, you
Because he
can.
didn't chew me, technically.
No, it was just straight up swallowed. Yeah, you can give it a shot.
What would I roll? Acrobatics?
You're proficient with short swords. Do you have a short sword?
I do.
So just is it on your sheet?
Yeah, I have a short sword on my sheet.
Yeah, just go ahead and make a short sword attack.
If ever there was a time to use inspiration. Yes!
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say use inspiration, and you, as you're sliding down in pitch darkness, you have a moment of clarity through your madness, and you draw your short sword and stab into the innards of this thing, and you fall for a couple more feet and then stop. I mean, you're not currently in the stomach acid, but trying to find a way out is going to be difficult.
Right.
And your comrades have no idea that you're alive, so they're
Oh,
GTF.
I'm shifting. Sorry, Vortar, but this is the fastest thing in the water. I have to go octopus.
No!
It's the fastest thing.
It is disgusting, but we'll allow it.
We're basically a jet boat now. It's okay.
Okay, so what are you turning into?
An octopus. A giant octopus.
She's fucking jet propelling the boat with her fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in the water to pull the boat.
Yay, cephalopods!
Ah!
What? What are those?
I know things. I did research. I read a book once.
It's like Johnny Dangerously.
Mortar's gonna jump into the fucking boat warily. Orcs are not great seamen. And he fucking, and then he'll fucking, like, you know, pull the fucking Duergar back in with him. If it's in the general vicinity. If not, may Vashenka find mercy upon its soul.
Drummon's gonna look to the Duergar and I was like, I'm sorry, Fred, but the fifth adventure in our party is not a spot that works out too well for anybody.
That's so bad, but it's so true.
Is
Stop.
it only me, or is it just my screen that went black?
No,
It's
no,
just you.
it's just you.
You're an octopus.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let me,
No, it's because I didn't give you
No.
access to it. Give me just a second.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I'm
That's
like,
so
no,
funny.
because I had 60 feet of dark.
That's the
You're dead.
ongoing joke of this fucking group.
The fifth adventurer spot is the red shirt.
Oh my god.
It's like a special guest star.
You should be able to see now, yes?
Featuring fifth member.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
We'll see you next year, maybe.
Yeah, we did it. Sorry, Locke. We don't know fucking anything.
It's okay.
Unless Stool was here to telepathically tell us or some shit, we're fucking like,
There's nothing you guys could
The
do.
Demogorgon
anyway.
just ate the armor. Fuck.
I didn't think you liked metal.
And he laughed about the lightning storm.
Which is still raining down on him because it's conjuration. It's not concentration.
Well, it doesn't seem to be fucking with him anyway.
I know.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alright, my swim speed is 60 feet, so we're going away.
If there are oars on the boat, I'm like, Mortar, row, help,
No,
help,
I'm
help,
fucking
row.
rowing
Recklessly.
recklessly
This
with
is
rage
way-
and frenzy. I
if
have
I-
my frenzy going right now. Fucking rowing.
I can dash, which would be 120.
Yes, yes, you should
swim
do
speed,
that.
So that's what I'm doing.
I think still all the
120.
while too, Court's just sitting there, still like it, just like blank, just staring at them. That
Ah, no, roll faster, roll faster, roll faster.
As you go to make your escape, Demogorgon turns and slams one of his tentacles into the water. I need y'all to make a dexterity or saving throw, whichever you prefer.
A what?
Dex or strength save.
Oh
Okay.
god.
I'll take strength save, please.
Plus. You all have it.
that doesn't. A
That's,
12 is not gonna save my ass.
Well, it might.
That's true, but it's a 10.
You can damn well bet I'm rolling that. For a 16.
Yeah, as the wave hits the boat, it rocks, and Cortar, combination of Cortan and Cortan, that's your name,
Last time I checked.
gets knocked up, and he's about to fall overboard, and at the last moment he catches his balance, and then sits down as the Duergar reaches over and grabs onto his cloak or whatever he's wearing and yanks him down into the boat. And then Demogorgon says, "Your time will come. If not today, then another."
Jur's enemy.
Why did we leave out?
Come on, holy power.
All right, and as you
I imagine
make
he's like shaking with the damn thing.
Locke, go ahead and make a athletics save to see if you can hold on to the sword as you're dangling from it as he is rushing through the water.
Yes.
Yeah, even with that, with the slickness on the inside of this thing, your hand slips off of the sword. You're holding on by the other. And for a moment in your constructed brain, you wonder, why? And then you're pitched into darkness even further. The acid around in its stomach surrounds you, and you can feel your body begin to be dissolved.
Fuck.
Welcome to the game. You come for 3 weeks and I kill you. It's all good.
Like, I knew we were talking about me having a new character, but I wanted Locke to survive to maybe bring back later. I didn't want to throw a rat bane where I died before it or anything like that.
Right, but you got eaten by a Demogorgon. Nobody else can
That's a
say
pretty.
Yeah.
He was eaten by the Demogorgon.
There's a way to go. Like you could have gotten one-shotted by a bugbear.
that. Right.
The question, what would I have had to roll to survive that?
Crit.
God damn it.
You're in
Demogorgon.
yeah, you're in one of the highest order demons in D&D.
Yeah, it's like a demon god.
I was not aware of this. I regret my decisions.
Let me put it to you this way. I quickly wanted to look up to see actually what his stats were, and one of them said that his AC's 50.
Oh.
What?
Alright, so for that, what we'll do is we'll montage. From behind you, you can hear the chants of the Kuatoa in broken common trying to pronounce this demon god's name as you continue off as Locke is being digested inside of its stomach. You make your way off into the distance and find yourself on the lake with no guide, a Duergar you don't know, and no idea where to go. And
These
we'll
are fucking
Oh,
details.
wait! That's all in there!
Fucking rowing.
Wait.
Mortar is rowing. That's what he needs to do right now.
And I think for now we will call it a night.
Okay.
Oh, Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Do you remember that time Locke got eaten?
Yes.
Well, you all have the experience to get to level 6. Now you just need a long rest.
Oh my god.
Locke was eaten by the Demogorgon.
Oh my god, why would you go up to it?
Oh, and we need to find out what madness Cortan and Vortar had.
I need a long rest.
You know,
Okay.
remember that thing that you and I talked about way back? I think this is gonna have to happen because of this. I'm just saying.
It makes sense. Yeah, we'll talk offline about it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Locke was eaten by the Demogorgon.
He was
Oh my
eaten
god!
by a demon
I think-
prince.
I think Rule is in shock.
You know, my thoughts was, as soon as I got that sword lodged in, I'm like, okay, penetrate the tissue. Worst case scenario, I might be able to crawl through his gullet and that'll be in his bloodstream and I don't have to breathe, so I would survive for a little bit longer.
that'd been kind of
But-
epic.
But no, can't do that.
14,000 experience is what we have now total.
All right, so just so you guys know, a little information about Demogorgon. Armor class 22. Hit points an average of 496.
Oh, shit.
Skip down to
So-
challenge rating
So
and
3 hits
XP.
from Vortar, right?
Challenge rating 26. Worth 90,000 experience points.
And how many languages does he speak?
All of them.
All plus telepathy times 120 feet.
That would put us. That would shoot us up to like level 10, 11, 11, 11.
It's got a plus. Do you want to know what his plus to hit is?
Yes.
17.
Damn.
So he would hit he would hit you, he would hit Locke, he would hit Avalia without even rolling. He would only need to roll a 3 to hit Draman and a 4 to hit Cortan.
Roll, bitches, roll!
I say the odds are in my favor.
Cortan, sit down in the boat, Cortan!
Alright, you want to see what a hit would do?
I just want to
Oh,
see. Yes, I
God,
do. I want to see if
yeah.
you hit me. I want to see. Damn. Damn.
Holy shit.
Roll damage.
Roll damage. I'm alive.
Oh!
Can I get you to make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Absolutely.
Wow, you actually made it. So you're not crushed, losing your maximum hit point equal to 37.
What?
Oh, but that's only one attack.
That's only
Yeah.
one attack. That's right. I gotta
Yeah,
do my second wind. Second wind.
Hits.
That's your turn.
Another Constitution saving throw, please. Alright, so you take 34 points. Well, you're dead.
I'm dead.
Well, you're at 0, and your maximum. How does that work? So we take the damage,
Mhm.
and then just go to 0, and then lose maximum hit points?
No. What it does is that the 34, because he failed, whatever his top maximum hit points is 34 less than it was, and he took the 34 damage, which puts him at 0. So even if he gets heals, he can't go above 34 less than.
Well, I just didn't know, because if he lost 34, and he only had 10 hit points.
Mhm. No, he's
I was
still
just-
loses 34 off the top.
Yeah, I was just looking at order of operation.
Yeah.
So he would
Sure.
basically go to 0 and then lose max hit points.
So what you're
Mhm.
saying is he's fucked.
What I'm saying is he also has a tail attack.
Oh, that's great.
And probably a bite.
Oh, that's right. And he gets 2 legendary actions.
I'm gonna say he probably has legendary actions, yeah.
Yep. One of which is to look at you with an ugly face.
Oh, for
And
fright.
a lair action.
Oh,
And
I-
regional
Oh,
effects.
where? Oh, you probably should log off the stream.
No way.
Oh,
we're showing
probably.
off.
People are like, wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't scroll down to the lair actions.
Yeah, I'm giving the information because chances are they're going to forget most of it if they ever have to fight Demogorgon.
If
If they have to fight him again soon.
Keyword is
I-
if.
By the time we have to fight this thing, I'll have Dimension Door, and I will nope the fuck out.
I think if by then, if we fight it,
If I were y'all, I'd be trying to get in my good graces to see you get that second spot on Dimension Door. Well,
Love
okay.
it.
Do not worry, beloved. Mortar shall stand fast, and by then perhaps he will have found a legend.
Alrighty. Thanks everybody in the stream for watching. Y'all have a good night.